My name's J.C. McCauley.
I'm Nyesha McCauley, and
Well,
you're watching AccessTV.org.
All right, we're live.
All right.
How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm doing well.
All right. There's that. That's what you were talking about.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah. You want to do a little.
All right. You want to do a camera check and all that other stuff. I forgot to do the camera check.
Ah, interesting. Where's your mind at? Like,
my
what's
mind is
going
on the election.
Okay.
How's that? That's better.
That's better. That's better. I guess.
All
Yeah,
right, better
that's
frame.
better. Yeah.
Get your frame done.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. So it's politics and.
Yes.
All right. Politics and
education, politics and traffic, politics and health, all the things, because politics is affecting all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's politics and conversation.
Right, politics and conversation.
That's right.
All right.
But it's Monday, November 6th, the night before.
Night before the election.
The night before the election, and we are here live, and we're going to take some phone calls. So, because it's politics and all politics and your questions tonight.
So what's the phone number?
The phone number, okay, 1-959-200-6764.
All right, now you're gonna have to say that from time to time as we go through the program, because I'm not gonna. It's not on the lower third here on purpose, because what'll happen is we will be inundated with phone calls after we're not live. All right. Also, you can put your comments in the chat section. Any comments or questions you have, you can put them in the chat section, and we'll see them. So if you're watching this on X, formerly known as Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, LinkedIn, AccessTV.org, or Facebook, you can put your comments, questions in the chat section.
So does that go for if the phone number is in the comment section as well? Like, because you can also just put it in the comment section, maybe in Facebook, or no, just.
I don't know what you mean. In a like you're like, it sounds like you're talking like a Zoom call and put it in the chat. This is not Zoom, so no. This is not a Zoom call. You can't just drop it in the chat for people to see.
Oh,
yeah,
because it's across too many platforms.
It's across too many platforms, and also the different platforms work differently. And did I mention Twitch? I didn't mention Twitch.
You did not.
Yeah, we're on Twitch. We've been on Twitch forever, but I never mention all the things that the network is on. But we're really not here for network stuff. We're here for election stuff. It's election eve. And so if anybody has any questions relative to the election, I know it's early, it's 7 o'clock, in the 7 to 8 time slot, but we wanted to take an hour out of off the campaign trail to come in the night before, make sure we answer any questions you may have. Maybe you want to know where a polling place is. All right. Let's first get one thing straight. There is no polling station at Liberty Christian Center.
Right.
That polling station is over at Keeney Park Pond House?
Yes.
Or
Artist Collective.
Artist Collective.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Artist Collective, Keeney Park Pond House on Edgewood Street. So you can go to, there is a website where you can go and look this information up. All you have to do is type in your address, and it will let you know where you vote at.
All right. So you can use your phone or you can go online.
Yes.
But you can Google search. Do the Google search on your phone. You bring up your phone where the little microphone is, and you just say, voting location for XYC Lime Street, Hartford. Boom. And you should come to that little place. All right. You can go to hartford.gov.
Right.
And go to Registrar of Voters.
Yes.
Just scroll down and it'll click and it'll open right up to the window. Type your address in there. Boom. It'll tell you what your polling station is.
Yes. Yeah. There are 24 different voting locations. So there should be one near you in any part of the city that you are located. Whether it's a school or a church or a wellness center. There's 24 different polling locations. And so, but yeah, that's the best place to go is hartford.gov, register our voters, find your polling location to find where you should go vote. For the most part, the rest of the polling locations have remained the same. So, but we're here right now if you have a question about your polling location. And so the number again, 959-200-6764.
That's 200-6764.
Yes.
Okay. Because it sounds like 267.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good feedback.
Yeah. Anytime you have 200 as a 860, 264. You have to be careful. People are used to the 800.
Yeah.
But when you get into the other numbers,
yeah,
I don't know. 264. You could think 264, then the rest of the number. I'm really overcomplicating it.
No. I think that was something good to point out. I will not reference it that way going forward in the show. 959-200.
No.
Yes.
Oh. Go on.
959-200-200.
Yes. See, now you're really jamming people up. 959.
Yes. 200. 6764.
Right. 200-6764. Because you could do the 200-6764. Folks understand that.
Okay.
And they probably may even understand the 200. But you know, when it comes to phone numbers, you want to be exact.
Yes, you need to be.
Right? Because you don't want folk dialing the wrong number.
That's right. So, taking your calls pre-election day about polling locations, but also about any other things. So J.C. McCauley's running for mayor, 6-point plan, and we've spent a week, I believe, going through the plan and the platform. So if anyone has any questions about that and want to know more, maybe this is your first time hearing about Stan's plan, and it's down to the wire and you really need to make a decision, we're here to take your phone calls about that as well.
Absolutely. The jacket, I want to shout out. I want to do a real quick shout out. Shout out to Gwen Samuel for the jacket. She got these jackets from my wife and I, and she has this thing that she's doing called Vote for the Other Guy. Because the other guy is the guy you really need to consider. He's the guy you probably know. But people are so used to voting party line.
Right.
Because the party line guy might not always be the best guy in the party, because almost everybody that's petitioning is a Democrat.
That's right.
But you can only have one official Democrat candidate. And that's whoever was the quote unquote endorsed.
Right.
But there's a lot of quality on the other lines.
Right.
So she started Vote for the Other Guy. Or gal, depending on whether the candidate is a guy or a gal. Vote for the other gal. Vote for the other guy.
Right.
I'm the other guy here in Hartford. So she brought these beautiful jackets. She got one for myself, one for my wife, and McCauley for mayor. So you to wear it proudly. So give a shout out to Gwen Samuel.
Yes.
and
No.
vote for the other guy.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful jacket, and it's a wonderful campaign.
Yeah, and so I'm excited about the campaign. This is it. 8 months of work for one day. One day. One day. The only person that has it hard is the registrar of voters.
Yes.
They work 1 year for one day.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And the poll workers.
The poll workers. But the poll work, everything is on the shoulders of the registrar.
This is true.
The workers, everybody's resting on the shoulders of the registrar. The registrar don't get a lot of shout out and good credit. Everybody's, everyone looking for someone to blame, so they're the first in line. And anytime you're enforcing rules, people can get upset. That's automatic.
Yeah.
That's automatic.
Yeah, no, that's right. So yeah, shout out to our registrars here in the city of Hartford. They will be up bright and early tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Polls open at 6 a.m. So yeah, they should be there. When are they getting there about?
I imagine they'll be there very early.
Okay.
4 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
Right.
I don't know what time they get there, but polls open at 6 and they close at 8, right?
Yeah, you have a full long day,
Full
but
long day.
you should still think about your vote plan. Think about where you're going to go vote, how you're going to get there, and making sure you're registered and all that good stuff. But even if you're not, I think you can cast a provisional ballot.
Same day registration.
That's right.
You got to go to City Hall. You got to go to City Hall.
Yes.
And take care of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. The provisional ballot is cast at City Hall as well?
No, I think you could do it at the polling location.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like if there's some discrepancy with your name not being on the list.
All right.
Something like that.
All right.
And you're registered.
Okay. So if you plan to vote, if you make a plan to go vote, like you plan to go out to the movies or to a concert, or so you plan to go vote, give yourself time. There should be no problems whatsoever. However, if you get there and something is wrong, ask to speak to there's a moderator. Right? And then the moderator can put you through to the registrar. And then there's the Secretary of State.
That's right.
Who's the chief election official for the state of Connecticut.
That's right.
So the chief election officials for the for the city or your municipality would be the registrar. Okay? So if you go down there and you did not mail back. Where's my little thing? I have my little thing here, that you mail back. I don't have what you're supposed to mail back. I have the receipt part thing,
right.
If you did not mail that back, there might be some, but that doesn't mean you can't vote. But it's going to take extra time. That's all I'm saying. But if you plan to and purpose, and a word you've probably heard on the campaign trail over the last couple of years, one that I think I coined, intentionality, being intentional, right? If you are intentional about voting, that means you're going to vote tomorrow, period. So that means nothing should get in the way of you voting. If there's a hiccup, you work around the hiccup. That's all. And I've calculated this. It takes less time to vote than it does to go to Home Depot. It takes less time to vote than it does to go to the mall. It takes less time to vote than it does to go do your weekly grocery shopping. And people shop every week. They go to the mall all the time. They'll even go to things like the Yard-Goat Stadium, the Bushnell, the movie theater, concert halls, whether it's the XL Center or down the Mohican, right? And they'll stand in line.
Right.
I mean, they'll stand in line to get in. Let the new iPhone come out. Folks, stand in line. This Christmas, folks are going to go shopping for their kids, friends, and family, and some hot item will be out there, and parents will stand in line. So if folk can stand in line to buy something, you can most certainly stand in line to vote, right? Because your elected leaders, particularly your local leaders, those people make all the difference in the world.
Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm excited about going to vote tomorrow.
And why is that? I'm looking at the script. This is where Stan says, and why is that for comic relief?
um, well, I'm excited because I do get to cast my vote for J. Stan McCauley.
I was wondering if she's going to go off script because you never know with a live television program. All right.
I am excited about it. But I think other people are too.
Mm-hmm.
I think other people, there's an excitement that's been building.
A buzz is in the air.
A buzz is in the air. We get to go do something really, really important for the city. And so I just feel good about it. And so, it doesn't feel like a chore. It doesn't feel like I have to go stand in a line. It's like I'm really excited because I'm a part of something. And I'm a part of something that's going to be really amazing. So I feel good. I feel good about it.
All right. So we're located at 1H.
Yes.
On the ballot.
Yes.
1H. So you go into the polling place. You get your ballot. You go over to the little station where they have these little tables with the little blinders up. And you do 1H. There's you go down the row. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. All right. And you'll see that. And you bubble in or take your marker, right? And you just bubble that in. All right. And then you go vote for your city council people. Vote for the mayor first. All right. J. Stan McCauley. That's on the ballot. It's J.STAN McCauley. 1H. J. Stan McCauley. Then you choose your city council people. I'm not going to tell you which ones I'm going to vote for. But I have picked them out. 6. You can only vote for 6. All right. Then you need to vote for a treasurer.
Flip the ballot.
Flip the ballot over. Okay. There's choices on the other side of the ballot. So you got to flip the ballot over. All right. And because you won't be able to go back. You can't. Oh, I forgot to flip the ballot over. I came back. No, it's done. Then you're going to choose one of the 2 people running for treasurer. And then there are constables. Now, technically, if they get up tomorrow and go vote for themselves, they're in. That's it. Because they're the only ones on the ballot. Mm-hmm. Right. Now, one of them forgets to get up and no one else votes for them, they'll be off the ballot.
That is somewhat true for city council?
No.
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 No. Oh. Is that the bat line?
That is the bat line. And
right.
So we have a call.
We have a call.
Let's see if we can hook this up. Now give me a second, caller.
Okay.
Give me a second.
While we are getting our first caller on the line, I want to remind everyone of the number 959-200-6764. Is the number
00.
All right, caller, we're going to ask you to turn your volume down so we won't get caught up in the delay.
All right, caller, we're going to ask you to turn your volume down so we won't get caught up in the delay.
There we go. Can you hear me, caller?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thanks for taking time out of your schedule to give us a call. I recognize this voice.
Yes, I can hear you.
Thanks for taking time out of your schedule to give us a
You're
call.
going to have to turn down your computer or whatever so we don't get the loop there.
You're going to have to turn down
Is that better?
computer or whatever.
We don't get the loop. Not really, because
Is that better?
It's going to repeat. So just hit the mute button on your computer or whatever you're watching us on.
It's going to repeat. So just hit the mute button on your computer or whatever you're watching.
Yeah. There we go. Can you hear me?
Okay, how's that?
That's perfect.
Okay, well, hi. I just want to mention something for the people who are listening. When you vote and you choose to vote for a mayor, number 1 is you do not have to vote for the entire slate that comes with that mayor. You can pick and choose from anywhere you want on the ballot. You can take the mayor from one line. You can choose your council candidates from different lines. You can vote for up to 6 council candidates, but you don't have to vote for 6. it's best to vote for ones that you know something about. You have some idea of how they would serve on the council. This is very important. Again, it's like a Chinese restaurant menu. You can take one from column A, one from column B, one from column C. And this is good to know. You do not have to vote for 6. You do not have to vote for a full slate. People don't always understand this, and we do like to stress it. Also, there has been so many posts on social media about getting people out to vote. And some of them have been absolutely beautiful. They've been put together in a great way. And I expect that we are going to have a much higher percentage of voting than we had during the primary back in September. So vote smart, people. This is an important election. It will decide Hartford's future for at least the next 4 years. Personally, I'm voting for Stan McCauley because I think he's the best person. But as he mentioned, there are other candidates who do have also good ideas. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. It's important. And you need to feel connected to your city. And the best way to do that is to make sure that you cast your votes tomorrow.
Yes. Hartford, we need you. And like you said, by voting, you do feel connected. You feel part of something. You feel some ownership of the city because you helped get the people who become elected that way. And so, it's important.
It truly is. And I wish you the best tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to seeing the vote tallies come in after 8 p.m. I'm not sure if that's going to be broadcast on any local stations, but if it is, please let us know.
All right. Well, thank you very much for the call.
Right. Thank you.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. What's the number again?
959-200-6764.
One more time.
959-200-6764.
Okay. All right. Something she said that really caught my ear. And she was saying, choose wisely.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to use as an analogy. Most husbands have heard this term. Choose your next words wisely. See, that's wives say that. At some point, every wife says that.
Maybe your wife has said that.
Well, my wife said it. I know other wives have said it. Oh, absolutely. Choose your next words wisely. All right. Now, that should resonate with every man that's ever been married, and it most certainly should resonate with every woman. All right. Choose your next words wisely. Well, think of the same thing when it comes to votes. All right. Choose your next mayor wisely. Choose your next city council person wisely. Right, because it can make all the difference in the world, and you absolutely, positively do not want to make a mistake. All right, because the lesser of two evils is still evil.
How do you define evil? Is evil the pedophile school administrator or taxation without representation? Is it the gatekeeping community leaders who sell out the very people they were elected to fight for? Or is evil the politician that puts out lies and takes in cash? However you may classify evil, having to choose the lesser of two evils still leaves you with evil. Nowhere does this rule apply more than during an election for mayor. Choosing a candidate who is the lesser of two evils still leaves you with evil. No wonder so many people don't vote. It's time for the constituents to flip the script and vote for a mayor you can trust. My name is Jason McCauley. I am an independent thinker, and I approve this message. I'm asking you for your vote for mayor for the city of Hartford. I, like you, am an independent thinker. So let's sit down and talk about my path to victory and why my plan for Hartford will work. Stop listening to the uninformed evil interests that tell you I can't win. For more information, visit McCauleyformayor.com. Have the courage to vote your conscience. Vote for the name you trust and know. Vote McCauley for mayor.
November 7th is not just any day, Hartford. It's the day our voices are heard, our hopes are realized, and our city's future is decided. J. Stan McCauley is a candidate who understands the heartbeat of our city and is committed to the health, well-being, and safety of all our communities. Stan's the man because Hartford deserves a leader who believes in the power of our people, our dreams, and our city.
My name is J. Stan McCauley, and I approve this message.
All right.
All right. So say we all. So say we all.
All right. You are watching Politics and with Jay Stan and my Nyesha McCauley. It's with Nyesha don't. It's late.
It's not late. It's
no,
7:30.
I mean not late like that, but like the day before. The day before. But yeah, we're taking your phone calls. It is the night before pre-election eve, or November 6th, Monday, November 6th, and we go vote tomorrow, Tuesday, November 7th. And we're taking your phone calls, answering your questions. If you have a comment, question about J. Stan McCauley, we are here taking your phone calls live right now. Right now, you can call in. The number to call is 959-200-6764. And we are just having a conversation about getting ready for tomorrow. So we were talking about having a plan to vote and being prepared to vote wisely, because I wanted to add on to that you have to live with the consequences.
Right.
We don't have a referendum in this city.
No, you can't
No
unvote
recall.
people. No recall. Do the old penalty recall vote.
Yeah.
I think that's actually a good thing.
No recall?
Otherwise, you'll have chaos and instability, and people would use it with reckless abandon. And then you just get into this loop, and the recall becomes a political weapon instead of a way to actually, Right. Although,
I don't know. The door is still open for me on that one, because how do you redress your government? And I think that's a very powerful
you
tool.
go down to City Hall. I'm not saying with baseball bats or anything, but you go to City Hall and you let them know. See, one of the greatest weapons ever devised, at least here in Hartford, one of the greatest political weapons ever devised is silence. Silence. Silence is used here as a political weapon, so keep your mouth shut. And that's inferred, or you're actually told that. But it's more inferred, and then it becomes a climate and a culture of don't say anything.
Right.
Oh, you don't want to say nothing because, they'll cut your funding. Oh, that approach. And so it's very, very toxic and damaging. It crushes hopes, dreams, and aspirations, because if you don't express hopes, dreams, and aspirations, then they don't happen. Someone wrote somewhere, as somebody thinks, so are they. I've read that somewhere. As a man thinketh, so is he.
That's right.
So, if you don't think you'll be successful, you won't be.
Well, the other thing that happens with that particular type of silence or silencing is is fear. It generates fear in having something taken away, like your funding, or not being able to have adequate housing, fear of losing your housing, fear of like becoming homeless, losing your job. Like all of these things are used in the way people are silenced. Is that it's so now not only do you feel hopeless, but you're fearful as well. And so now there's a culture, and that's what makes it so toxic, because it's a culture of fear coupled with a culture of silence. And that's how the powerful remain in power. But it's not real power.
Wow. Someone just sent me a text message, says you deserve to win. I appreciate that. All right. But Hartford deserves to win.
Right.
That's how Hartford deserves to win, because I'm running for Hartford. Because like I say all the time, Hartford's people need a voice. They need a representative who's going to actually listen to them and then work toward getting their things done. And let me tell you how this works. Okay, you have a bright idea, you have a good idea, and as long as you're willing to champion that idea, I'll fight for you. That is not a guarantee that your idea is going to win, but at least you will have had the experience of knowing why it didn't, and you'll have the joy of knowing that it did. All right, but you have to champion that. All right, you don't know how many stories I've heard of people who had great ideas, they brought them out, told someone, and they get the little bit of hem-ha, this, that, and the third. And then 6 months later, their idea is being pitched as something that someone else thought of.
Right.
Or they actually see the idea manifest. And then they're feeling like, wow, someone just took my idea and ran with it. All right. One way to stop that from happening is when you come with the idea, I'll help you get that idea done. We'll direct the resources necessary to try and move it forward. I think everyone is deserving of that. All right. And you'll hear people push back. Oh, so you're going to spend your whole day pushing people's ideas. Well, it's not like Hartford doesn't need help.
That's 100%.
It is not like, I'd rather tell people, look, the waiting line is 1,000 long of people who have ideas. So we're going to put you in line. I'd rather have that than try and getting people to come up with ideas. Because Hartford needs so much help, and we need that help from wherever we can get it. I can't imagine why people don't want to reach out to the Hartford residents, the Hartford businesses, the people who have a vested interest in our city, who love being here, who sacrifice to be here by paying higher taxes. Okay, the businesses that sacrifice by being here by paying higher taxes and having to go through all the hoops they have to go through just to make minor improvements to their facilities and things like that, and don't get help. So I think that when you start empowering the voices of Hartford, the people of Hartford, the folks who are Hartford centric, that love this city and demonstrate that every day, deserve to have representation that's going to put them first.
No, that makes a lot of sense, and it's refreshing even to hear that mindset being put forth. I think the other thing that is positive about that, or could be, very fruitful in the implementation, is just get out of people's way as well. I think that's the other part of what happens is the stop and block.
Yeah, stop and block.
Yeah. That's a thing in Hartford too.
Hartford's famous for stop and block. That means instead of getting the help you need, you get all the hindrance in the world. And if your project comes close to the finish line, there are people who excel in stop and block. Oh, I'll make sure I stop that. I'm gonna kill that project myself. And that's an attitude.
Yeah.
All right. With the McCauley administration, what you're going to hear is the same thing that people have heard me say for 20 years, plus 20 years. All right. Okay. That's an interesting idea. Let's make it happen. How do we make it happen? Let's go to the next step. All right. And that's if I'm not really too sure about the idea. You'll hear that. You'll hear that. Because just because I don't think the idea might work means nothing.
Right.
Who am I? I'm like one guy out of guys in the city. All right. Just one. And because I think it may not work, it won't work. That's the most absurd thing ever. So who's the person evaluating whether or not your idea is worth it? Who gets to make that decision? I think the chief individual to make that decision is the person who came up with the idea. Let's explore the possibilities of your idea being successful, because your success is everyone's success. And the more wins we have, the more excited people become, and the more hopeful they are, and then they begin to inspire other people to come up with ideas. All right? Ideally, the idea you have is an idea that you can shepherd and move forward so that you yourself and your family profit the most from the idea. But sometimes ideas are to help the city, or they need the force of government behind them. Now, if Hartford helps you, Hartford going to share a little bit in the success of your idea, all right? Because we're investing in your idea as well. I just want to make sure that that's understood, all right? Because there are other ways, and we'll be honest and straightforward. If this is an idea that you could do on your own, if you were directed toward the resources, I think that's helpful, all right? But you'd be surprised how many people have great ideas on how to make the city better, and they're pushed off to the side. All right, well, we'll bring you in, have you work with our constituent services person, and how do we make this idea work for you and work for the city? All right, you want to know how to make public works better? Ask the guys and gals that work at Public Works. All right. Yeah, any department, even MHIS, Metro Hartford Information Services. I've talked to several of the guys down there. You know exactly what is necessary to make it more functional, to make it more efficient. But they're just lying guys, technicians. All right. I think that there should be a citywide incentive program for ideas to make things flow better in the city. We saw that at Pratt Whitney. Every department, there was a box. It literally on the wall. And you could put your ideas in there. And if it was an idea that the company used, they shared with you a profit. There was a profit sharing or cost savings sharing. So your idea could be directly linked to a reduction in cost in some way, or an increase in efficiency some way, and that's quantifiable. So you figure out what that is, and then you get a portion of that as the incentive. Right. There's no reason why Hartford does not have that. That should be baked in. I mean, to me, you don't have an incentive program? Why? You don't want employees incentivized to do better? You don't want to reward them for the ideas that they have? Why not? All right. So when you have management like that, that means management is insecure. They don't want anyone to outshine them. When that's not the manager's job. The manager's job isn't to shine. All right. The leader's job is not to shine, but to provide the resources and the direction necessary for everyone else to shine and for the city to shine. All right. So a lot of people don't want to share the shine. That it didn't originate here. Yeah. So.
Yeah. No, I think if you've been in Hartford any length of time, I'm pretty sure you know and have experienced that, because it is baked into the culture, unfortunately. But we're live. We're here. We're taking your calls on this pre-election night, and we want to hear from you. So 959-200-6764. We're live. We're taking your calls. So you are also part of our politics and conversation.
Yeah. It's the night before election, and all through the city, people were excited and encouraged to go out and vote for Stan.
Phone calls are being made.
Speaking of phone calls being made, those of you who watch this and want to help us win with a mandate, all right, the win is up. We understand there's going to be a win, all right, but you need a mandate to govern impactfully and intentionally for the people, right? You need a mandate. So we consider a mandate 5,000, given the climate. Mandate 5,000. All right, anything above that's great, but 5,000 would be a mandate, okay? And it's real simple. 3 people, that's all. Call 3 people on the phone. 3 people. And you have to get them to call 3 people. So if you call 10 people, but out of the 10, only 3, like you're making that 10th call and that 10th person says, I'll commit to call 3 people, then you're done. Now, if you call 3 people and all 3 of them right off the rip say, hey, I'm going to vote for Stan, and I'm going to find 3 other people that are going to vote for Stan, and we'll tell 3 people. That's what you can do. People ask, so what can I do? There's not enough time. No, this is the perfect time to do this. All right. But you have to be intentional. And you got all day tomorrow. You got tonight. All right. You could call them. You could text them. You can instant message them. You can WhatsApp them. All right. It's a WhatsApp. WhatsApp. You can WhatsApp them. Right. You could go knock on their door. Mm-hmm. Maybe you live in a place like 777 Main Street, or over in the glitzy towers over there on the Bushnell. You might live up on the penthouse. And what goes on in a voting booth stays in the vote booth. We don't know who you gonna vote, but you could knock on doors and find out, right? It's me from the penthouse, and I'm coming to let you know, vote for Stan. How's that sound? I like the sound of that. All right, stick and stay. We'll be right back.
Every bad political decision is made by a politician elected to office. So if you think your vote doesn't matter, just remember this. There are people sitting with politicians in a back room making deals about your future, making policies about your children, making decisions about your neighborhood. To them, you are just a vote. You are not their cause. You are just a vote. Elections have consequences, and if you don't vote, you are actually voting to keep these people in power to work against you. Now more than ever, you need to make your vote count. It's time to clear the air and vote for a mayor that is unbought, unbossed, trusted, and accountable to you, the constituent. My name is J. Stan McCauley, and I am an independent thinker, and I approve this message. I'm asking you for your vote for mayor of the city of Hartford. For more information, visit McCauleyformayor.com. Have the courage to vote your conscience and vote for the name you trust and know. Vote J. Stan McCauley for mayor.
El 7 de noviembre no es un día cualquiera, Hartford. Es el día en que se escuchan nuestras voces, se hacen realidad nuestras esperanzas y se decide el futuro de nuestra ciudad. Stan McCauley es el candidato que comprende el corazón de nuestra ciudad y está comprometido con la salud, el bienestar y la seguridad de todas nuestras comunidades. Stan es el hombre porque Hartford merece un líder que crea en el poder de nuestra gente, nuestros sueños y nuestra ciudad. Este próximo 7 de noviembre, decide tú.
I'm J. Stan McCauley, and I approve this message.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. I forgot to open up your mic.
Oh, yeah. That'd be good. That'd be good. All right. So, tomorrow we are going to be at a polling place near you. We have a plan to go around the city throughout the day.
From one place to the next. We're going to hopscotch our way from one polling station to the next polling station.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be wearing our vote for the other guy uniforms and out there to help cheer you on.
Hey, Hartford,
right.
Hartford, Connecticut. I'm talking.
Stick and stay. Don't go anywhere. Get on the phone. Give us a call.
We got to get out and vote. Vote for Stan McCauley. It's our time. We got to rise up and take it back. Vote for Stan McCauley.
Vote for Stan. You gotta vote for Stan McCauley. Vote for Stan. Vote for Stan. Oh yeah.
It's more to politics than just what your social covers. And it ain't somewhere written down in bold letters. Don't just take my word for it, do your research. Think of your future, look at your bigger picture. Shooting tie, clean up, unity for the righteous. Plotting on action, hands on access. With a light source vision, door to door knocking. Guerrilla style marketing, brainstorm as a collective. Real neighborhood suggestions. Only we know what it is where we living. To make real life decisions. Move on facts, make it manifest back.
You gotta vote for Stan McCauley. Vote for Stan. Vote for Stan. Vote for Stan. Oh yeah. Look at your city. Stop. Take a look around. Is opportunity flow into your house? Are you working? Wait, can you save some money? And is your neighborhood safe? Or is it a homicide every night?
Senior. Many of you may know me as the two-time welterweight champion of the world. I'm here to tell you that Democrat J. Stan McCauley, as our next mayor, will fight for you until the last bell. Help me throw a knockout punch. Go out and vote for Stan the man.
My name is J. Stan McCauley, and I approve this message.
All right. Welcome back to Politics And. I'm Nyesha McCauley, and joining me is Stan McCauley. And we're here live taking your calls on this pre-election eve here. Talking about tomorrow, the big day, November 7th. We are here. We made it, y'all. We made it. And now it's time to go make a difference, like the song said. Time to go make a difference. But if you have a question, please give us a call. We can talk about your polling location if you need help identifying where to go vote. Still have a question about who's on the ballot, where to find J. Stan McCauley on the ballot. That'll be row 1H for 1 Hartford. But taking your phone calls, answering your questions, getting our house in order, and preparing for the big day, Election Day. So the number to call, 959-200-6764. Again, 959-200-6764. That's the number to dial right now. And we're here, we're live, and we're talking about tomorrow. We're talking about Election Day. And there are 24 polling locations, one in a neighborhood near you. If you need to know where your polling location is located, there is a website that you can go and find that out, hartford.gov. If you go to click on the Registrar of Voters link and scroll down the page, you will see a place where you can just click on your polling, find my polling location, and you just type in your address, and that information will come right up on the screen for you to be able to find out. But give us a call here. I actually have a handy dandy list here. I was given this list by the registrar's office, and it has every street in the city.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's every street.
Every street.
So, yeah, I can see every single street. Myrtle Street, Nelson Street, Newberry Street, and it'll tell you where you're gonna go vote.
Oh, okay. So on that list is every street in the particular precinct or district, or every street, and it tells you where you can go.
Every street, and it tells you where you go. Every street in the city of Hartford.
Now, are there streets that, like say Main Street may have different, it may cut through, there might be a dividing line that
because
actually
it's
goes.
so long.
Yeah. What about those streets? Oh, I'm sure they're on there. I'm just asking.
Yeah, no, it does. It changes.
Okay.
But it does say it, like Main Street number 2 through 298.
Oh.
Main Street number, 1300 through 1700.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm just a walking source of information, for anybody.
The registrar's office is a walking source of information, which you have now access to.
Yes. That's right. I try to be helpful, though, Stan.
But you are helpful. No doubt about that.
Okay. I'm trying. I'm trying to be helpful. I want my people to vote.
All right.
So.
All right. Well, our team has been doing a fabulous job. Marcus is out right now as we're on the air, driving the bus around the city. And we'll be out tomorrow driving around. The music will be playing, the Vote for Stan song and some other music. And we'll be out there. And we really, 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 really hope that you all take advantage of the opportunity afforded to you. And that is to give yourself a voice through your elected leaders. Ask yourself this simple question. Is the person you're getting ready to cast your vote for, will that person be interested in talking to you and hearing what you have to say and genuinely want to hear it, and then figure out how can we help you? All right. That's not the only job the mayor has, but to me, it's the first job he has, because he works for you, the constituent. So you guys are at the top of the food chain. That's the way I see it.
I agree. I think it's also helpful what our first caller let us know about the ballot, and that you can jump around that ballot.
That's right. Hopscotch
around.
Or what they refer to as bullet voting.
That's right.
All right. You actually can vote for anyone you want on the ballot. All right. So first thing you pick up the ballot, look for the person's name, right? Is their name there? I hope so. My name is there, right? J. Stan McCauley. All right? So you look for that name that you know, and you vote. Jason, we'll bubble that in. All right? So I guess we'll leave you with we'll leave you with my comments from the Charter Oak, not Charter Oak, from South Church. The South Church. This was the last and final forum that we had. The city, we had at least 25 forums this year. And so some people got tired as the forums went forward and they didn't show up to some of them. However, I understand folk is tired. All right. But at the last forum, these were my comments. We only got 3 minutes. That was the whole forum. They gave you 3 minutes to say something, and then you had to sit down. And they had people go around from table to table, but each candidate only spoke for 3 minutes. And here are my 3 minutes. So we'll close out with this. Really want to remind everybody, go and vote tomorrow. And if you have any questions, once again, please feel free to give us a call. Number is 959-200-6764. 959-200-6764. All right. McCauley for mayor, 1H. All right. McCauley for mayor, 1H. Thanks for joining us, and you have a great rest of your day. And if you're watching this on the repeat, go out and vote.
All right, well, let's see. I know everyone in this room, so I'll speak to the people that are at home. 860-944-9797. That's my personal cell phone number, has been for years. If you have any questions, please give me a call. Since you're not here, I'll come to you. It's 860-944-9797. Shout out to Hartford Public Access Television for being here and covering this tonight. I have a 5-point plan / 6-point plan to realign Hartford's priorities. This election really isn't about the 14 people running for mayor. This election is about the 120,000 constituents who we are all applying to work for. You all are going to speak loudly to quote unquote the powers that be, the people who actually make the decisions and run the city, who whisper in the ears of the electeds to tell them what they will and will not do. You will give them license to do whatever they want, or you will take back your government. This is not a plantation unless you allow it to be one. You are at the top of the political food chain because you are the constituents. It is your government. It's not the Working Family Party's government. It's not the Democratic Party's government. It's not the Republicans' government. It's your government. But that only works when you exercise your authority as constituents. So we're applying to work for you. I'm applying to work for you. Hartford's solutions to Hartford's problems are Hartford's people. If you want your solutions to be enacted, then vote for a candidate that is going to put you first. This is not rhetoric for me. I've been saying this for 16 years. My plan is the same today as it was when I first introduced it. It's not something I thought up in a whim because I was running for office. It's because I listened to what you all have to say. And if you really want change, you have to have enough faith and courage in yourself to vote your conscience for once in your life. God bless you all and keep you strong in the faith. And I will absolutely be back here. We'll have our first conversation on Tuesday morning.
November 7th is not just any day, Hartford. It's the day our voices are heard, our hopes are realized, and our city's future is decided. J. Stan McCauley is a candidate who understands the heartbeat of our city and is committed to the health, well-being, and safety of all our communities. Stan's the man because Hartford deserves a leader who believes in the power of our people, our dreams, and our city.
My name is J. Stan McCauley, and I approve this message.